All right. If God says he's going to do a particular thing, do our prayers change his mind? Would that be belittling God to say that that's possible? Or would that be exalting the mercy of God? Let's look at it like this. God has ordained that if we respond to him in certain ways, that will affect the decisions that he makes. And if we don't respond in those ways, that will otherwise affect those decisions. It's laid out in Jeremiah, the 18th chapter, where God is the potter. And he says if he determines to bless a particular nation, and then that nation turns to sin, he is the potter, the divine potter, instead of blessing, will judge. Conversely, if he decides to judge a nation and that nation repents rather than judge, he'll bless. It'd be the same for individuals. So the prophet might decree, like Jonah in the book of Jonah in Hebrew, Od arba'im yom v'nineveh nepachet, yet 40 days and Nineveh will be destroyed. No ifs, ands, or buts, but based on the principle of Jeremiah 18, when the people repented in sackcloth and ashes, God changed his mind and did not do what he planned to do. But that was in accordance with his will as it's laid out. Let's look in Exodus 32 and see the power of prayer. As Moses intercedes, God is ready to destroy Israel. Moses intercedes, and it says in Exodus 32:14, then the Lord relented and did not bring on his people the disaster he had threatened. He said, I'm going to do this. Let me alone. I mean, amazing God saying this to Moses. Let me alone, and I will wipe out the nation and make a greater nation out of you. And Moses pleads and intercedes, and God relents. And sometimes the way that's described in Hebrew is God changing his mind. On the one hand, God is not a man that he should lie. Numbers 23, 1 Samuel 15. He doesn't lie. He doesn't change his mind. In other words, what he says he's going to do, who he is, he's going to be consistent with. But he has said that if he pronounces judgment and we intercede and pray for mercy, you see it in Amos, the 7th chapter as well, there are times when he will withhold that judgment in answer to prayer. So it is not that we change his mind the way you change your human mind, but according to what he has laid out, that if we respond in certain ways, he will now change what he was going to do. Yes, the Bible does teach that.